We go. I do believe we are live. So, I'll say indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here again. Another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to consider all the time it took to get here. It's day 2000. It's day 2000, the big 2000. What a trip it has been getting to this moment. It's a pleasure having you here with me. Thank you for the upvote. Aw, Indigo. It's nice having you here, friend, this morning. Good morning to you. I think I'll be dancing today. Uh, I mean, day 2000 is a big number, and I feel like it's worthy of being celebrated. I'm in a mixed space with whether I want to do it on this live stream directly or if I want to do it on like a second one. You friends let me know. Holy shit, look at that. 2000, the big 2000. Congratulations, MeltMore. 2 motherfucking shit. Dance to Pop 2 Pop 2K playlist. That might be a fractal. Now I'm gonna start living into the time eras, right? Very soon. Oh, yo! I got one of those memberships, which is kind of a bummer. However, Pedro and Brandon and City Little Kitties and Rozik, Lone Buffalo, bless you again, and myself. The second one. So this one doesn't get copyright stricken. I think that might be the best way to do it. I think you're right, Sam. Thank you for the Melt one. Yes, I love it. I love having you friends here with me. Yes, Fishimoto. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Fishimoto, it's happening. Fuck it, we're stoked. I'm gonna fucking dance about it. Ooh, ooh. But maybe I can just spend some time with you, friends, celebrating with you. Yeah. Yeah. Keeping our minds focused on co-creation and taking away actionable steps from these streams day by day. Just recently, I had a call with Dan. What is up, my brother? Moto. Fishimoto? Not much. I'm feeling pretty calm. I slept well. I woke up knowing that today is going to be a special day for me. Day 2000. All right, like it feels like a big number, right? The first 1,000 days that I did felt very significant, and it's been 1,000 days since then, so I feel I am definitely in that state of like, wow, I wouldn't have been able to guess. Maybe we can check on myself back all the way to day 1,000. We can see where it is that we were, what it was we were up to. I was probably sitting outside. Let's check it. Lives. I can't just search. I'm gonna have to scroll down. Pain. I can say day 1,000. Day 1,000 MeltMore. Yeah. There we go. There is day 1,000. We did that. I was actually thinking about John this morning. That's such a crazy synchronicity. This was the day that I met his family for the first time. And I remember we showing up and being like, yeah, we're gonna dance. We got a speaker set up. We got 2 yoga mats put down. I'm saying hi to the friends. I still got long hair. And we're showing up to dance. I'm wearing my red outfit. There is Melt 1,000 days ago. Little did he know. He's just a little guy. Little did he know how much would change. I think the thing that I didn't realize would change is the fact that it's horizontal. All right, it's completely horizontal. Over the last 1,000 days, we have switched to vertical. A conflation. Who's making a conflation right now? Take it back. Take it back right now. Happy 2K. Enjoy a membership, Mel. Hello, friends. Popping in and then heading back out for worky works. Sharing love on this melty milestone. Thank you, Joe, for joining us, friend. I have a day 2000 joke. Worked really hard on this one, so here we go. What's it called when a Catholic person confesses to eating meat during Lent? A confession. I just yesterday found out about the stuff, or about the fact that Lent is a thing, right? That you're not allowed to eat like meat on Lent. I was like, what? And then Joe was like, yeah, apparently the Catholic Church put that in place to boost fish sales or something like that. And I was like, huh? What? What? What is a Lent? So I have enough context to understand your joke, is what I mean. Yay, Dad, huzzah. Love is true. Thank you for joining us today, dear friends. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Melt. I've been doing this for 2,000 days. Yeah, 2,000, it's true. Every single day. Every day for 2,000 days. It's been a journey getting to this point, and I feel just giddy celebrating here with you, friends. I intend to get really caffeinated real soon, like really caffeinated, like over caffeinated probably. And then I'm gonna dance. Yep, it's gonna be fun. I look forward to it. Using checks, notes, bombs, but careful of unintended consequences, I guess. Yeah, I was gonna say abstinence. Can I have the shield by my name, Fishimoto? The shield by your name is earned, and it can be taken away. We got Nancy joining us. Say melt 2000, melt 2000. Yeah. When you feel like melting, melt 2,000 times. Not just more, but 2,000 times more. In all seriousness, that joke came to me at like 11:30 last night when I was trying to go to bed. I just found out about this too, actually. The Lenten fish thing. How interesting that it came to both of our minds, Indigo. Yep, McDonald's always runs the Filet-O-Fish ad during Lent. MMMM equals 2,000 MeltMore. Prairie Wolf, it's nice having you here too. The shield looks super cool. It is cool. You can also get yourself a digital shield, right? Like there's the little mini shield that gives you like power over the space in so many words. But then there's also my badges, right? That you can earn. You can like pay, I think, $1 a month to become a member, and then boom, you'll get a badge. Fishy Mojo, Fishimoto. You'll get a badge of your own. All right, you can represent, be like psh, 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 next to your name all the time. Hars Larvey. Lars Harvey, it's nice having you here, friend. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. I like fish, buttered fried with lemon and tartar sauce. Instantly, we're onto the food talk. But I probably would eat a leather boot if it was prepared the same way. It's hilarious you say that, Lone Buffalo. My dad has a similar running joke where he'll go cream, butter, and... Is it just cream and butter? I think cream and butter. Cream and butter can make anything taste good. He believes that if you put enough cream and butter on grass, it will also be edible. Enjoyable even. So yeah, I think I agree. Battered, fried with lemon and tartar sauce. Checks out. I'm happy to be here with you, friends. Dandelions are good. I've seen people deep fry dandelions. I haven't tried it myself though. I think that is one of the ones that I'll have to still experience for my own. I'm like in a state. I feel I'm already caffeinated, but I'm not. And I already want to like start dancing to channel some of this celebratory energy. This was part of me. I went down this whole rabbit hole of like thinking, What's the best way for me to celebrate 2000 days? And one of them was almost like just imagining, asking each of you friends how things have changed for you since the very first time that you showed up to this space, right? What has changed for you since the first time you showed up to this space? How has the last 2000 days influenced your life? 2000 days ago, that's day 3000, March 19th, 2029. Nice. We're gonna get there. Where are your legs, dude? I unscrew them. And then I put them to the side. You wanna see my legs? I wanna do something super cursed, but I'm gonna not. I'm gonna not do that cursed thing. I wanted to do like a shh, but with my toes. But I would go straight to internet jail if I did something like that, probably. Skjow! Skibbity skibbop yab wop. Yab yabbity skop. Morning, Goober. Morning to you, Goober. It's nice having you here with us, bro. Welcome to day 2000. We made it. We made it 2000 days. Now we have to look forward to March 19th, 2029. March 19th, 2029. Where will I be? Where will I be? Another 3-ish years from now. Only my imagination could tell, and even then it probably is wrong. I would like to be more in control at that point of many different factors. Amongst them, my attention, right? Only giving my attention to what I absolutely believe is worthy of the highest good, right? There is this ability or propensity happening sometimes in this space where we can get distracted. I get distracted. I get caught up in a loop of, I don't know if it's posturing. Maybe it's just almost like trying to strong arm a point, you know. I die on a certain hill many a times, right? And I think in doing so, I isolate myself. I feel that's a lesson that I've been learning in this space, is that there is so much going on. There's many of us in this space at the same time. And at the same time, I'd like to make this time that you friends give me the best that it can possibly be. And I think I fail sometimes, right? I think I should be better. I could be better. There's a certain word that I've been like mulling over in my head, and it's co-regulation, where because I have the mic, so to say, in this space, my emotional state can be something that co-regulates yours, right? Where if I'm in a stressed state or a state of irritation or frustration, that might be coming onto you, into your life, into your space, right? And that's not something that I want. However, I'm also a human. I'm just a person. I get frustrated and irritated too. However, I believe over the next 1000 days, I'm going to get even more balanced in the way that my energy is outputted, in the way my focus is steered, because there is something in me that wants to ceaselessly give something in this space, right? I don't want to spend the moment silent, kind of thing. And then as a result of that, I tend to react to everything in my field of vision, right? Every single comment, every single happening, every single experience that I have is something that I instantly just react to, causing me to not be as mindful of my responses. And I maybe am like sharing a pretty broad kind of perspective, but maybe you friends can let me know if there is anything that you would like me to do better as well. All right. I'm open on day 2000 to learn, to grow in ways that will serve us for the next 1000 days as well. Not just a salad. So, do I have to be here every day to get a shield? You have to be here long enough for me to trust that you have good intent, Fishimoto. That's basically the rules. It's like, oh, this person really cares about the space and they want to be a more active member, yada yada. Or they want to be a more serious participant. They want to help curate the space so that we don't get distracted, so I don't get irritated or frustrated, so that I can remain on topic and focused. Right? And as soon as I identify that want in you, then you'll get a shield next to your name. Tomorrow is 2001, A Melt Odyssey. Nice. Maybe I should watch 2001, A Space Odyssey. I have not watched it, Nancy. I started watching it one time, but it's such a slow burn. It's such a slow burn. I think the first 30 minutes you're just like, is something gonna happen? Right? So I think that's where I probably fell short. However, I think I'm adult enough now to be able to lock in and actually watch it. I'm eating 2 bananas. I forgot my bananas at home yesterday, so I have to repay my banana debt, as you do. Yes, dual wielding bananas. Happy 2000 days of streaming, you powerhouse. I am impressed by you. Oh, Gabs, you're one of the friends that I thought about, right? I mentioned how one of the things that I thought could be cute for today 2000 is the fact that I wanted to ask each of you how your life, you friends have seen my life transform over the last 2000 days. And I've been curious to find out from you how your life has transformed over the last 2000 days. And then as I was thinking about what that could look like, it's a little bit personal. Maybe the text box doesn't allow you to type that much. But I was thinking about you, Gabs. I was thinking about your journey and your transformation as well over the last 2000 days. And you've been vocal about the things that you've been doing. So I know, but I'm sure things have been happening for every single one of us that have been in this community since day one. I'm super stoked to have you friends here with us. We really are growing and it makes me happy. I can't count. Counting is hard, dude. Oh my lord, Nancy. That's so wild. I completely forgot that 2001 comes right after this. Good morning, BSF. Good morning to you, friend. Nice having you here, Melt A. Fishimoto. You must, in addition to earning Melt's trust, be fluent in Gabity in order to get a shield. Yes, indeed it is. Yeah, if you didn't understand that, chances are it's gonna be hard for you to gain shieldedness. Yes. It's very impressive, Gab. A level of discipline to aspire to. All I did, and I like saying this when it comes to like, oh yes, I'm so disciplined and inspiring or whatever. I say to you, all I did is a stream today. All right. Yes, I've been doing it today for 2000 days, but technically, I've only done it today. I'm doing it right now. Right. And in that way, it makes it a little bit easier to conceptualize. It's not, you don't have to do it for that long. You don't have to do it for 2000 days. You just have to do it today. All right. And if you can maintain today, you'll find yourself changed. Oh my goodness. Irreversibly changed. Commitment and follow through. I did make a promise to you. Would you rather have dinner with Jay-Z or $500? TVH, I could use the $500, and I'm not a Jay-Z fan at the same time, but I probably would take the dinner with Jay-Z. I want to say he's dead, right? But that sounds a little bit rough. He passed away? Did Jay-Z pass away? Does he still live? I don't think this is boding well if you care. Hope for the best. Yeah, I probably would have the dinner. Right. Sounds like it would be nice talking to a person like that. Be like, so, what have you been doing the last 2000 days? I don't think you fail at all, man. You're learning along with us, and each experience here in the chat, regardless of how it feels in the moment, is part of the whole process. It's true what you say, Dan. It is, and I believe it's a part of the process as well, right? But I sometimes feel like I'm falling short, right, in how it is I am presenting, right? That I'm not a good leader, or that I'm not a good space creator, that if I was, things would be different, right? That if I was, clarity would be more tangible, you know? Like I do feel like I am autistic. Like I'm pretty autistic in the way where, and I'm not saying that from a perspective of like, oh, just hype word. I was actually diagnosed, right? I'm high functioning at least, but it has been hard for me since a very young age to know how to engage with human beings. I spent extensive amounts of time just reading, all right? Literally downloading, audio booking, and going to the library to read books about how you're supposed to be sociable, how people want you to smile at them, how long you're supposed to maintain eye contact for before you break away again, right? I literally had to teach myself these things because they didn't come naturally to me. And I worry sometimes that I am still that awkward kid, right? Even in this space, that I'm still not like I'm an imposter. Like I'm not actually a person. I'm just pretending to be a person, very convincingly. Yes, convincing. I'm convincing you. And I'm people. I'm people too, just like us. I mean, like you and me, like peopling. Yes. Depends on where you have the dinner. Dinner could easily cost way more than $500, and he's paying. Yeah, I was thinking that as well, Nancy. He had to pay at least. Who is JC? I don't know what his face looks like, but I think I've heard of him before, Goo. It only becomes a failure when you give up, which is a lesson that this space constantly puts in front of me. Dan, I'm getting emotional now. I'm not gonna cry. I'm crying? No, I'm not gonna crying. I'm gonna be strongmanning. No flex. Suck the tears right back in. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yeah. Unironically, we only fail if we give up. And this space is going to teach that. Never giving up. Little by little, right? Showing up, even if there's frustrations, even if there's mad, even if there's sad, even if there is exuberant happy, realizing that there is only so much that we can do about our emotional bodies, but so much we can do with our physical bodies. All right. Our ability to take action, to sit ourselves down in a spot, to do that thing that we said we were going to do, and then to influence the lives of others in doing so. Right? Even if it's a little influence, just a sliver of an influence, that influence echoes out. And I've seen that happen over and over again. And I think the thing that I'm really worried about then, the part of me that worries that I'm failing, is the part of me that thinks that I have affected any of you friends negatively, made you feel frustrated with me even, made you feel like the want to leave, right? And in that way, affected you negatively to the point where it like continued to affect you throughout your day, right? Thinking about the ripple effects and understanding that it's a real thing, and considering how I might have been responsible for negative ripples as well. I'd like to believe most of the ripples have been positive, but it's the negative ripples that usually come back the loudest to me, right? That I get reminded of most, right? Deeply. It's just like if I do things right, there's like very little, I don't know if consequence is the right word, more like reflection. If I do things very right, the reflection is like, oh, that was right. Good job. If I do things wrong, oh my goodness. Then there's like a whole day that I'll be thinking about it kind of thing, right? And I won't be able to think of anything else. So maybe it's again that whole negativity bias that we all have as human beings, right? Where it's very easy for us to hook on onto a negative experience because we see it as some sort of threat to our well-being, where a positive experience doesn't register with the same intensity because it's positive, right? There's nothing to worry about here, kind of thing. I appreciate you, Dan, for reminding me of this too. In 1,000 days, 3 years, I would love to learn more of love and boundaries in a healthy way. And I would like to be in a position to have more control of my life. Balance is a good word too. I'm happy that we both use the word control, Indigo. I think that is something that me and you can maintain. And I'm saying me and you because she's voiced out loud that she wants that. And I would like all of you friends, tell me, if you're here right now, type out in the next 1,000 days, I would love, and then say something. I would love to learn how to play the guitar. I would love to learn how to do pencil drawings of Harry Potter characters. I would love to learn how to, juggle. Just anything. Tell me anything. I would love to know. And then I'll follow up if I can remember. Maybe I'll have a cybernetic memory in 1,000 days, right? And I'll be like, I remember from day 2000, you said you wanted to do pencil drawings of a bunch of Harry Potter characters. Harry Potter characters. And I'll be like, did you learn how to? And I look forward to finding out that you are in more control of your life, that you have found balance, that you have found boundaries, all right, in a way that is healthy to you. I look forward to celebrating with you, friends, in this continued journey. If you donate $1,000, it buys one, gets one free on Shield. It's true, yeah, right? You donate $1,000 and then everybody gets a Shield. Boom. Maybe temporarily. I know it would probably be chaos in chat if that happened. Actually, I want a sword. Is that available? Shields are shiny. I like shiny. I think we used to have hammers, right? Was it a hammer? Why do I feel like it was a hammer at some point? No, it was a spanner. There we go. Yeah, I remembered, and then I remembered, but I was like, no, not flat, curved upwards. You used to have spanners. Now it's shields. I think the shields work better. No striker, dead or alive, has this kind of goal in catalog. I don't know what that means, Radiant, but yeah. No striker. The strikers are people that kick balls, right? That's what I think of as a striker, but I'm not sure exactly. He speaks it through his nose. What? I got here on like day 35, scrolling RPAN, and Melty was blazing one. Sick. So I hang out, and I discovered there was deep talks happening here, and the same faces kept showing up. So I did too. Fun to reminisce. It really is. Man, the RPAN days. Like looking back at myself at that point, I do feel like I'm a kid. And I'll probably look back at myself 1,000 days from now and be like, oh, look at Melt being a kid. He's so cute. So cute and young looking. You better not get old 1,000 days from now version of me. Are you listening right now? You better not be old, oh. You better be just as young. You better be doing push-ups, right? Or something. I don't know. I don't know what we figured out at that point. I'm probably doing a bunch of new compounds at that point. I'm sure. 1,000 days from now, it's gonna be wild. We're gonna see some change. Oh yeah, some big changes will be coming. Where are you from? I'm from the internet, Rami. I'm from the internet. More and more becoming integrated into the internet. Right? At what point will I have been on the internet longer than I have been on the earth? Does it work like that? Think around the 22-year mark, right? I started when I was 22. Yeah. I turned 23, I think, on stream. Why do I want to find this out? I'll do... Yay, day 10,000. Yeah, on day 10,000, I will have been live streaming longer than I was alive before I started live streaming, all right? Which means that I think by some sort of logic, there will be literally more instances of me memorable on the internet than I would be able to remember who I was before it. And that's gonna be trippy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Who knows what I'll become by then. It will be fun to reminisce. Oh yeah, that's not gonna go away either. We got Kevin here saying in 2001, I got many friends together and I played Nintendo. That sounds fun. My little nephew is getting into Game Boys again. All right. It's cool to see this old school tech actually come back into the fray. I know I missed a lot in the beginning. I came across here a few times before, but I wasn't ready. I'm pretty sure I will be here for a long time. Tomokarm, there's no falling behind at the very least, because again, you're here now, and if you stay for a long time, then in the same way, by day 3000, you'll get to reminisce having been here for day 2000, right? And even if you don't show up for the next 20 years, you can come back and I'll be doing a live stream and you can reminisce like, yay, Melt. Last time I watched your videos was 20 years ago, bro. And I'll be like, oh, yay. Do you remember which day? Maybe I can click on your profile and I can see even the last time that you said something. I'll celebrate with you. Do you think I'm not going to read that comment actually. That does not require any of my attention. Yes, that depends. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Sam. I'm happy that you're replying. It depends on what kind of love, I'll say. You're a great host, Melt. 2K days attest to that. Thank you. Thank you, Prairie Wolf. I appreciate your eyes telling me that that's what you see, because it's hard sometimes from the inside to come to that same conclusion. Being a leader is about showing up, being consistent, and taking the brunt of the stress while making sure that people you work alongside with can continue doing whatever they are supposed to be doing. It's a great medium to look at it through, Lone Buffalo. Someone that keeps showing up, remains consistent, and makes sure that the people they work alongside with can continue to do what they're supposed to be doing. You know? Maybe I am doing better than I know. It's important to me to make you friends feel like this is something important, right? I do believe it is. I do believe it is. Conscious evolution is what we have started to show up for in this space. Realizing that all of the evolution that will happen in our lives will happen through a conscious medium. Us using our minds to push ourselves towards a certain outcome, right? I did not know of any 100% degree of certainty what outcome I would get in showing up the way we did at the start of this journey. However, it has found me here. I live in America now. That part feels the most crazy. If I told myself on day one, hey dude, on day 2000, you're gonna live in America because of you doing these streams, I'd be like, yay, how did that happen? And I can't imagine. I think that's the cool part as well. I think that's the part that's fun about showing up in this way and sharing with you friends. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen over the next 1,000 days. But I will continue to be consistent. I'll continue to show up and I'll continue to take the blunt of the stress, right? At least when it comes to being in the spotlight, right? Having the lights shining on me to try and make the space as light as it can be so that we can continue growing. Maybe you could learn from my mistakes because I'll be making them. Oh yeah, you can bet. Mistakes will be made. I'm gonna go get myself a drink to celebrate. Yes, I hope it isn't frozen. I think it might have. Near, please stop. Stop freezing. Okay, it's not frozen. I'm gonna drink a pink drink. Yes. Yes. Sponsor me, Alani. These things are way... Oh, I did freeze a little bit, but it's like slushy. Nice. These things have way too much caffeine in them. This is 200 milligrams of caffeine for a little can like this. Right? That's like 3 coffees. It's not bad. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. I mean, it's great. Alani, sponsor me. It's wonderful. I'll start drinking it every day or something. I don't know. That's cotton candy flavor. I'm trying to imagine cotton candy. I mean, like, that's cotton candy that was like laying at the back of a truck with a bunch of like popsicles melting. And then the cotton candy got like half of itself soaked, but there's like cotton candy at the top that's untouched, but the bottom is like completely... I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this. Sponsor me, Alani, please. I'll talking smack about your product. It's all relative, man. Think about it. A streamer. Think about a streamer in the manosphere or something. You're putting a better foot forward than that overwhelming majority on the internet. It's true. Maybe there's a part of me that feels like a sense of resistance to believing that I'm doing something right because of those spaces as well, right? Feeling like if I was doing something right, if I was being better or whatever, right, things would be different. But at the same time, I can recognize that how things are is how I would want for them to be. Hey, talking about people that I love. We got Cable here too. Cable, I just yesterday watched one of your Instagram posts where you're rapping and stuff, dude. It's so cool seeing you out there slaying. Sending you love, bro. We're all imposters until the play is over. Melt has Forrest Gump syndrome. Like, I related way too much to Forrest Gump. You can't make jokes like that, Tom O'Carm. I was like, I get it though. I get it, Forrest Gump. Me and you, same. I'll also just fucking start running. You know, just start running. Yeah, oh, okay, full beard. You know, I'm just running now or whatever. Then you were that thing. Until then, we're playing our roles as best we can. Tomo, what the fuck, Tomo? It's the spirit that is paramount. You know, you laughed. You know you did. I did laugh, Tomo. It was kind of funny. Fine. What are you doing? What you're doing is brave, dude. Take some credit for that. This means more to me than I can say, friends. Like, I'm actually getting emotional. All right. I have gathered myself again. Thank you for bringing me to a point of awareness, Dan. Being on my side of it, it's very easy to convince myself otherwise. To tell myself stories that do not serve. And hearing your friend's perspective in this space is kind of what I need. Because it's like one of those things where if I try to not. I'm actually very critical on myself. I'm like this close. The wall wants to break, but I'm like, nah, it's fucking patching walls. I got a whole roll of flex tape in the back pocket. It's the spirit that is paramount. I can feel yours too here with us, Cable. Let's see. I got here around day 300 something. I was angry, directionless in my yoga practice and in my spiritual life. I had no friends, and I was just about, and just about everything is different now. Sam, I can't tell you how happy that makes me to hear. A transformation has occurred in all of us over this time. And it is like that, I think, no matter what, right? So I don't think I can take credit in any way whatsoever, right? Like, we are going to continue to transform. Things will be different. However, I think what Sam is meaning with her words is the fact that we show up with intention in this space, right? That we have this intention of trying to bring into alignment, right? Trying to align ourselves as people towards the middle way. We can call it the right way, but I don't know if I know what right is. So we try and be somewhere in the middle, right? We consider the extremes, and then by considering the extremes, we create range for ourselves to move within. And then when we find ourselves moving towards the side of the range that causes tension, then we are willing to communicate about it. We're willing to stand up for ourselves. There's been moments in this space of tension, but there's been so many more moments of just giddy love, of just like connection, of friends celebrating one another. I am looking forward like a lot, like super stoked for the next 1,000 days. I feel that Indigo says, I just learned how to people or how to peopling in high school. I also grew up in a military space and maintained way too much eye contact, like wolves stalking prey. Me too, Indigo. I was also like one of those because again, there's something wrong with my social abilities. So I can just like stare at a person and just stare at like into their soul. I've had people tell me, "Why are you staring into my soul?" Or please stop. Please stop staring into my soul. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for doing that or whatever. But you're right. Now I have degrading social and speech centers for now. For now. Not now. For now. Right? Attaching a temporary edness to it at all times. Yes. Because there is room for change. We have seen that in this space. Rose the less thorns, therefore extra flavor, don't whine, buffalo. Evoke joy and calm and peacefulness. It's a great thing to aspire towards, Melt. Evoking joy, calm, and peacefulness is a great thing to aspire towards, Melt. But the truth is that growth often happens under pressure and is not comfortable. Then it is true what you say. I think maybe that's where I have a hard time, right? Where a part of me believes. I literally even like did research. I did research yesterday where I went like, what is something that everybody can universally agree upon, right? Everybody. Like I wanna just like bland my content down to just be agreeable, perfectly agreeable. Everybody is gonna agree. We're like, yes, we agree. And then we'll move on to the next thing we agree about. And we're like, agreeing. However, what you say is true, Dad. I don't think it's possible for us to necessarily grow in the ways that are important if we're perfectly comfortable, right? Especially when it comes to like the way we engage, Because if you're engaging in a way that's right, there should be comfort in that. And then if you're engaging in a way that might have some room for improvement, let's say, there could be some discomfort arising. And to not see it as a bad thing, but to see it as a signal. That's very much how I've been applying my life. It's like seeing things as signals. Seeing the way my body responds as a signal. Seeing the way you friends respond as a signal as well. Being bothered is a part of growth when people learn to stop overthinking and letting someone get in your feelings. You are a lot happier. Stopping to overthink and letting other people get in your feelings, you're a lot happier. Tomo, that's beautiful. Yeah. I overthink and get people in my feelings. But you're right. It's in the moments that I don't let that happen, where I kind of maintain my cool. I maintain my divine, unshakable aura. I have seen the video that Dan sent in the Discord yesterday, the Ram Dass after school video. I've been listening to Ram Dass since I was 19, right? And I've seen that video like 4 times, I think, at this point. And every time I watch it, it's like, yeah. It's hard to talk about how much we love the world when things are the way they are, right? When things are bad sometimes. Because like telling a person, can't you see it's all perfect, doesn't always register. Not every person is ready to hear that kind of message, especially depending on the immediate pain that they're going through. And I feel like it's never a matter of trying to dismiss the pain that a person is going through, but always trying to maintain a larger perspective, right? Stepping out of your humanity to realize that it's all perfect, that there's nothing to be fixed, that everything is following divine order, the laws of the universe. Maybe things will change drastically when we start messing with the quantum realm, because suddenly we can like touch the bottom rules that affect the top rules or whatever. I just kind of accept that I'm weird and awkward, and I hope and pray people offer me some time and patience and give me forgiveness if I misinterpret stuff. It does get lonely though. Indigo, you were loved, dear friend. I don't know how long it will take us to get together in a single place, right? For us to be able to build friends in the physical space. And I know that this space alone shouldn't be enough, right? I would like for this space to be like emergency air, right? Like this, you can like come here and like take a quick breath of calm, and then you can go back into the world and, you know, make other friends as well. But know that this space will be here for you. Curating a space for growth means things will get messy. Yes, Tomo echoing this sentiment. Thank you for the membership gift, Prairie. Goo got a membership. That's wholesome. If I think about 1,000 days, I might forget about what I'm doing tomorrow. That's too much math. You can still do what you want to do tomorrow, Tomo. But 1,000 days, a 3-year time span, is a good length of goal time, all right? For me, my goal for the next 1,000 days is to get even more deliberate with my focus. You know, what does and what doesn't get my attention. Because that is, in a way, the currency that we are exchanging here, right? You give your words and you would like attention for yours, and I give my words and I would like attention for mine. And there is a give and a take, right? That's happening here. I think I'm probably giving more than I can take, but I'm also taking in a lot because of all of the different perspectives that you friends share with me as well. And I would like to believe that there's like a minefield that we create when we show up together like this, and that all of us are growing as a collective, right? In the microcosm, like all of us here in this immediate space, but also in the macrocosm, right? All minds grow alongside us. Prairie Wolf got Cable as well with a membership. That's cool. I started watching Melt on Arpan fairly early. I've always appreciated his honesty. This stream helps me a lot when I had a period of bad anxiety. I'm just in being here. The next 1,000 days, travel again. That sounds like a good wish. Thank you, Nancy. I'm thinking that's what you're saying, that you want to travel in the next 1,000 days. I look forward to traveling too. Maybe even having the opportunity to meet you, Sandra. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating my honesty, for the way that I show up in authenticity in this space. I appreciate you for the way that you have as well. How do you send a membership to a specific person? You cannot. YouTube is dumb. That's silly. Just keeps adding memberships until you hit the person you want. Harina City, don't know that one. Trying to send one for Indigo. That's cute. Hi, Oliver. I'm just happy to be here. You fell in love, I did, Tomo. It's true. To be fair, everyone falls in love with Jovan. That's wholesome. It's true. 2,000 days. That is a hella commitment. Go Melt. Hey, Darren. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you celebrating us. What are you talking about? Are you sharing your experience? Yeah, a little bit, Alpha. Today, we're celebrating the fact that I've been doing these live streams for 2,000 days. It's been a long time coming. And we have many friends in this space that have had an experience here alongside me. And that's what we're discussing. We're talking about all of our experiences, not just mine. You friends have been allowed to see mine unfold through this medium. And I've been celebrating finding out about your friends' journey as well. That's like 3 coffees. Take a sip. Yes. I'm gonna have a lot of caffeine coursing through my body. It's already happening. I can feel like the back of my eyes being like, the fuck is happening? What is happening? It's like, yeah. Adenosine receptors. Get yourself plugged by caffeine molecules. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the thought, even if you can't. Coffin candy. Coffin candy. Of the three coffees worth of caffeine. It's like cotton, but it's like coffee. So it's coffin candy. Sorry, I'm trying to make something, if it's possible. It should be. Yeah, making things is possible, but I don't know exactly what you're going for, Indigo. Are you a Texan? No, sir. No, I'm not. I'm South African, and I'm technically a Hoosier. Yeah. You can call me Hoosier Daddy if you want. It's really Ibani. The brain be always labeling. I do that. I sometimes see you struggling with people, working out their pain, because you've got a big heart, man. But remember what Ramdas says. Our job is not to end suffering, it's to work with it. Agreed. Yo, appreciate the gift. Let membership. Oh, Brandon. Thank you for joining us, friend. Yeah, it's cool that you got one. That was y'all. She sent you a membership. And you're definitely working with it, brother. No, that's a lot of damage. I saw this bone. The flex tape jokes. I'm happy that you got a kick out of that, Indigo. I don't have a bio family. They've abused me, and I've abused them back. And we're all unilaterally rejected each other. We've all. This space has never rejected me. I consider that when you have feelings of doubt. It is true, right? Like, we have had moments of disagreement in this space, and some friends have been tucked away, let's say. But there's been never a rejection of people. A rejection of certain ways of engaging, absolutely. A rejection of, racism or sexism or a politically charged messaging or religiously charged messaging. We reject that stuff, but we never reject the person behind it, right? And I feel like that is something that we have been maintaining. Something I can be proud of. Something to remind myself of too. Remember me? Hey Zaps, welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Oops, I did not intend to do that. My bad. You almost got very remembered. I was doing this. Yes. You let me know that you're back every time that you're back. Maybe you can give me more context next time so I can learn something about you. Oh, we're putting forks in microwaves. No, please. Melt reminds me of a Far Cry main baddie. The Far Cry main baddie. Far Cry 1 in South Africa. We are getting Far Cry South Africa. I mean, I played Far Cry 1 on my dad's PC when I was a kid. this can is making lines on the wood. Stop that can. I'm gonna put it here instead. Buffalo, that's such a specific one. Love is true, 2K. Natalie, I cannot stay, but I acknowledge this space. We appreciate your acknowledgement, dear friend. It means a lot. Safety first, then teamwork is here as well. Bless you. Melt is a good example of manifesting big time. And we're just getting started, Nancy. Yeah, I'm still going to build cities on the ocean. I don't know if I'll have to do it myself, but I'm going to manifest. Yes, cities on the ocean. There is enough surface area on planet Earth. More. Infinitely more than enough surface area on planet Earth to house every single person. Right? There is. I know it. And I'm going to build. I'm going to build. Even if I have to build just a little bit, even if it's just our community that I can house at first, 50 years from now, I'll be on my way to 80, and I'll be looking over a big old city that looks like flowers from space, right? They'll be built out of triangles because it's easiest to weld, of course, you know. But those triangles will stack together in floral shapes, growing out, all right? Being anchored to the ocean floor or something, so that when they bob up and down, they generate electricity. Being completely covered in solar panels, of course. And then all of the excess energy gets turned into cooling, all right? We'll cool the oceans with our living. Yes, manifesting, manifesting. I can see it in my mind's eye, so it must happen. It's just going to take me some time, right? The bigger the goal, the longer the time it takes. Consider everything you don't see melt, despite being at each other. Despite being at each other initially, Buffalo and I chatted yesterday. We're both 32 years old, IT workers who recently became uncles. That's just one example. Plenty of connection happening that you'll never even know about. I'm really grateful, Dan, that you and Buffalo got to connect. I hope you got to connect on a bit of information, right? You mentioned the whole, both of you are 32, both of you are IT workers, both of you are uncles, but both of you are also, and if you know, you know, but I won't say it. And that was very funny to me. If you do know, it's very funny that both of you are that. All right. Very funny to me. And it feels very synchronous, and I'm happy that you got to connect. Yeah. All of us have more in common than we realize, right? That's one of the things that keeps coming back to me as a universal lesson of our humanness. We got a lot more in common than we don't. I just spent 45 minutes trying a knot and putting a needle in a string. I don't have the right stuff. I hope this works. Ooh, you're making something stitching? I'm glad you both talked, Dan. Agreed. Your accent sounds a little off for South Africa. Ek het al so baie Engels gepraat en ek praat so baie met myself, DD, dat my Afrikaanse accent nie meer soos 'n Afrikaanse accent klink nie. But I am still Afrikaans, technically. I can speak a little bit harder in my accent or something, but I would have to like force myself to speak in a really Afrikaans accent. So I'd rather just not. You know what I mean? I'm here to learn, to dive, learn. It's not pronounced Hoser. It's Hoosier. Yeah, Hoosier. I think so, at least. I might be wrong. Use a coaster, you monster. This is America. I don't have any coasters. Who has coasters? Looks. I'm pretty sure we do have coasters. Yeah, they're in the kitchen. I think we do have coasters. But nah, I spotted it before it got to be a problem, at least. My mom got into resin arts, and now I have like 4 sets of coasters. I'm still using fast food napkins, though, which is a definite troglodyte choice. You're using fast food napkins as your coasters. It's pretty rough. Durban or Cape Town? Neither. I came from Groblersdal. It's a small little farmer's town. Somewhere in Mpumalanga. Nope, somewhere in Limpopo. Somewhere on the line between Mpumalanga and Limpopo. Becomes known and vanishes like Bilbo. I don't know what that is. Maybe you message me. Okay, you don't know? Then Lone must not have told you. You know, it must not have told you what that is. Yeah, but it is interesting. And I'm happy that you're thinking about it. Like, huh? Maybe you'll have to reach out to Lone Buffalo directly and find out. All right, my mouth is a steel trap. I ain't sharing nothing. Lone Buffalo got it. Lone Buffalo, they both like pooping outside. Yeah. Feeling in touch with nature. Yes. Up until when nature touches you, that's when we stop. We're like, oh no, I have little records I use as coasters that my brother got me. Or I'm a monster. And I put it on my shitty Walmart TV tray. That's gotta be it. That's it. You got it. I'm almost through this thing. I can feel myself being like, my eyes are starting to water. We're gonna dance. Oh yeah. It's gonna be a good dance day. We've still done an hour of stream, which makes me happy. It's only 10:26. I want to see if I can get my heart rate up. I've been falling short a little bit. This device tracks my metrics too accurately, right? So accurately that it knows that I've been sitting still over the last week, right? And if you sit still for a week, you get old. Now, metaphysically, I think literally, technically. However, my data metrics has made me older. I am technically 7 years younger than actually, right? Based on my fitness metrics, apparently I have the fitness of a 21-year-old. However, because I sat still for a week, I gained like 4 months. I got 4 months older this week, and I don't like that. I'm like, stop it. So I wanna dance extra hard, you know, get myself back to being under 21. Probably won't be able to. It is a silly kind of like gamified metric. It's like it messes with the fitness people. Be like, yo, you're getting old. How about you stay young instead? What's happening? I assume buffaloes poop outside. Otherwise, people will start leaving passive-aggressive notes in the fireplace bathroom. And it's a mystery. But someone on live chat yesterday said they used to eat cans of corn to see what would happen. Now I knew that I should. What? Pyramids sound cool. I thought you meant cooled drink. In South Africa, Mr. Hanky the Christmas. I'm so lost. I think these are one of those moments where I have to maintain my focus. Yes. I'm just now realizing that I've been streaming higher than I usually do. Yeah, boom, better. Let's see how much charge this thing has. Okay, enough. I'll still plug it in though. Because soon we will dance. Maybe I should even have it plugged in. I get extra 20 watts of sound. I could go loud. It's day 2000. I should even. I never knew that, Dan. He loves you. I love you too. Safety first. Oh, human beings. Human beings and our human experience. We all eat food. All of us can eat all of the different types of food, but we all turn it into poop. All right, I made jokes too. Can we now stop, please? The Cornwallis. I hated that quest. Go find Mr. Hanky's kid while he tries to get a handle on his woman. Does South Africa have different dialects like America does? It does. There is, in the Cape Town area, there is what we call like a KP accent. So, where I would say, "Ak is," right? I am, "Ak is MeltMore." I am MeltMore. We would say, or they would say, in the KP accent, "Ik." Ik is. Ik. Ik. Not "ak." Right? We have like "ah," and they have a "eh." Ik is. Ik, or ek. Ik is. Ekis Meltmore versus Akis Meltmore. And there's a bunch of them, right? It's like they use their E's differently. And then there's like English accents, where we have like salty accents, where it's like you don't sound like you're actually Afrikaans, depending on if you've been living in the city for a long time. But there's only like mostly like 2 to 3, I think, different like dialects or ways of speaking Afrikaans in South Africa. I want to replay the South Park N64 game now. I didn't know South Park has an N64 game. I played Stick of Truth, but that's the only South Park game I ever played. I actually finished Stick of Truth. Was pretty fun. Yeah. I think I finished Stick of Truth with the Stick of Truth or something like that. Some sort of stick wand. Stick of Truth was good. Princess Kenny was a nice touch. Is that Kiefer? I have consumed coffeina. Kiefer says the majority of their modern games are pretty easy to play to completion, which I actually really like. Me too, Kiefer. Right? Too many games, you don't. Like, legit, I think most of the games that I have, and I have like, I think 20 in my Steam library, I haven't finished. I haven't finished Satisfactory. I finished all the Portal games. Those were fire. Oh my goodness. I loved Portal aggressively, right? I would play Portal over and over again. I want to play Portal again now, just talking about it. I never played. I've wanted to. Stick of Truth is silly, man. It was pretty silly. Especially with fart attacks, right? Like quick time events. They fart your enemies into non-existence. Satisfactory. You like that one? Safety first. Yeah, Satisfactory is good fun. That is also one that I got into playing a little bit. Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain, I unlocked all of the characters. I think that technically counts. I did finish it, right? Like where you escape the turmoil of continuously battling. That I've done as well, technically. So technically I finished that one. Hades. I don't think I did technically kill Hades. Killed my dad or whatever. You know, he's immortal, it's fine. I've done that, but I don't think I got like the max fire, so I haven't like played it at like max difficulty, even though I did finish that one. And did I play much other games than that? Detroit Become Human, I finished that one as well. Me and Christian actually finished that one. The cake is a lie, in fact. Yes, don't trust. Don't believe, the cake is a lie. What else? What else? What other games have I actually finished playing? I finished Skyrim back in the day, but also not all of it. Just the kind of like main storyline. I have been vampires and werewolves. I have been vampire werewolf hybrids. Yes. I have had my Daedric armor. Oh yeah. I wish Daedric armor was the best. Dragon armor looked like trash to me. I never liked the way it looked. I was like, looks pretty brown. Where the Daedric armor made you look so sick. Yeah. Game playings. I never finished Skyrim. Not Skyrim. Minecraft is what the word I had in my head. I never actually finished Minecraft. I never found the or fought the Elder Dragon. Yo, beat Elden Ring, y'all do it. Portal is so fantastic. It's one of those games that I feel like you could have endlessly render over and over again, like Minecraft, that just seeds new worlds. It would be fun. Just continue to solve puzzles. I have unfortunately never watched South Park much. Oh, I'm on the same camp, Indigo. I have not, seriously, to this day, watched a single episode of South Park. I've watched snippets of episodes, but I've never sat down, started an episode of South Park, watched the whole thing. Not once in my life has that ever happened. I really need to. I've loved what I've seen. It's funny. It's just very crude, right? The part of me that's a prude, right? That's like still kind of like from a religious household. That part of me doesn't allow me to sit down and watch South Park. It's like this is too crude. Though. They're saying curse words or something. They're making jokes about penis. I can't watch it now. Not me. It's not me. It's touching my soul or something. It's a lie. I wonder if there's a mod to put portal guns in Minecraft. I would not be surprised. I feel like I can't play the games unless I see the show. No, I played the games without seeing the show. I think the games are actually good if you haven't watched the show. But I don't watch the show as much. You can totally play it. Any city builders, there we go. I played SimCity. That's what I played as well, Kiefer. I played a bunch of SimCity as a kid. I loved that. I was like, yeah, build cities. Yeah, economy. Yeah, meteor strike them. I'm sorry, my people. I'm sorry, but you were mad about something. I don't know why. There was like some sort of benefit to meteor striking your own people. Like City Skylines, that one's also fire. I enjoyed the simulator games too. I tried to play Civ 6, but I never got into it because it was just too involved. I watched Christian play Warhammer 40k. What I've like, I haven't played too many games in the last while. Elden Ring is one that I looked at but never played. Baldur's Gate is one that I also saw a lot of good stuff about but never played. Me and Joe, just for the like novelty of it, want to play Untitled Goose Game. I would love to get myself a Steam frame when they do become available. Like all of the freaking RAM is just unavailable. Like one thing that I can agree with all of us, right, is fuck AI for RAM prices, right? Come on, AIs. Come on. You can be world-changing technology and whatever, but how about you stop touching my RAM? Stop it, though. Stop it. Please. Can I have some RAM? Please, sir. All of us poor plebeians, right? Average consumers being like, please, can I have some RAM? Right? A single chip of RAM like this would be enough to have all of the gigabytes that you would need, but no. No, there's a hungry data center that wants your RAM chips. At first, they were just jokes. Now the penis is a vehicle for social commentary. Matt and Trey do good. As someone with tics and Tourette's like Syndems, I love the episode they did about Tourette's. They spread a lot of misinformation, but that was funny. Shit. Minecraft, 7 Days to Die, Son of the Forest. Aren't those like, I think Son of the Forest and 7 Days to Die are like kind of scary games. I did play Dying Light. That I played actually. Dying Light I played a little bit as well. That one was horrifying. I legit like was hiding inside buildings from those freaking night monsters, right? Like my heart is beating. Like I'm looking out the building and I see those monsters trying to find a way inside the building looking for me. And I was like, oh my goodness, please don't find me. The only episode of South Park I've watched, the Tourette's one, nice. You gotta hear I'm putting this out there right now, Melt. Subnautica 2! I don't have a PC. I ain't got no PC anymore, Dan. We should gather cash slowly but surely, because I do want to have a Steam frame when it comes out, right? Because then I can have a whole computer that I can put in my bag and I can carry with me, right? Monitor, computer, interface, all in a single little package that I can strap to my face. I haven't done much VR stuff in my life, but I do think that's going to probably be the product that gets me into it. I just got Dying Light. I've never played it. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. It's a zombie game, of course, but I enjoy the crafting aspect. You get to make your own weapons. Like, oh yeah, if I strap this stick to this blade, or like rotisserie blade, I can have rotary blade attached to stick, and then I can get more damage or whatever. I kind of enjoy those kind of elements. I have, wait a second, the Subnautica 2 is an early access on PC. It's likely hit full release and come to PS5 in 2027, and we're gonna get you a PS5 by then, cause it's up to 4 players. I have a secret scheme, a side quest, if you will, that will help you acquire the PS5. Nice. I would love a PS5. Isn't the PS5 like 4 years old at this point? 5 years old? Hey, Google. How old is the PS5? That's wild to me. Is it 5 years old? 6 years old? 5 years old! The PS5 is 5 years old! Oh. That's shocking. I'm actually shocked. November 2020 was when the PS5 got released. It was released the year I came back from China, right? And I remember one of the friends that I had in Groblersdal spent like 2 months of his salary buying himself a PlayStation 5. And at that point I was like, why are you doing that? 5 years. That's crazy. Thank you for conspiring, Dan. I would like one. I think that would be fun. Dying Light. I hope that what will happen in this demand will sustain, and while the prices will go up, the production will ramp up to meet demand, and prices will fall on the other side dramatically. And having higher volumes of RAM production overall, once the data center needs are reduced, should in theory reduce cheaper RAM prices in the longer range. I believe that too, Kiefer. I have like absolute confidence. It did happen before, technically. I think in the year 2000, right, when everybody was locked in their houses during COVID, people were buying a lot of computers, and then they did overproduce, and then the prices did fall. And I think they are trying to not make the same mistakes, but at the same time, there's so much stuff coming online right now. And we recently actually, DeepSeek, literally yesterday, released another paper that allows the AI data centers to use not only their write bandwidth, but also their read bandwidth. Right, so I'm layman explaining right now, but as this computer network tries to output information, it has like buses that it needs to communicate through, and those buses can become saturated. However, there's a read bus and then there's a write bus, and however, this one doesn't basically get utilized to full because it's the read one that uses the most data. So they figured out a way to use the write bus or whatever to also read, right? While it's not writing, it has that bandwidth and then it reads as well. And we've like increased all, because again, this is public information. So every data center on planet Earth just became like 50% more efficient. Single code update. Efficiency increases over the board. The reason you won't really find out about it is because it can't be sold, right? It's free. It's free for everybody. So it's not something shiny like, oh yeah, a new product. It's just now efficiency's sake. So I mean, I'm hoping that stuff like that is also going to make the other side, the comeback, come quicker. Dead by Daylight, that's a good multiplayer teamwork. Read the rest of the comment about Subnautica Brother. The 4-player one, I think I have. Yeah. Getting to play together, working together to build spaceships or water ships would be super fun. I hope. Yeah. I think I read that one as well. I agree, actually, Kiefer. Sons of the Forest is great, but it gets so creepy. I love Sons of the Forest, Kiefer. Creepy as hell. How do you stretch your feet? One of the things that I'll do is I'll reach my leg out and then I'll point my toes towards my face. All right, I'm doing it now. That's a good foot stretch. You can reach out as well, and you can hold on to it. That's a good foot stretch. And you can like also curl your toes inward. You can hear my clicks. There you go, get foot stretched. What's up, dude? Mr. Wonderful. Hey, Mr. Wonderful. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. I finished Fable and Fable 2. Did you see the new Fable that's coming out, Tomo? Looks pretty lit. Looks pretty nice. Looks very Witcher-esque, you know, but even better. When are you repenting? I'll repent right now. Forgive me all my sins, for I am sinning. And I'm going to try to sin less. Repentance have been repentances. Fable, my beloved, 6 years old. Fable is gold. Lashes on your tongue. The PS5 is in kindergarten. How about that? Isn't that crazy? I remember playing that as a little kid. Eyelashes on your teeth. What? Fable, Game of the Year, is one of the best games ever made. Yeah, and they're bringing a new one. Did you see that? Lone Buffalo. That new one looks genuinely fun. You can do a lot. I enjoy the way that the karma system is going to work. I got so lucky with the PS5. I put the PlayStation Direct website on my second monitor while working from home. Auto refresh set to 15 seconds. After 1 week, I got in a queue and I got one in the cart. Got one a week after launch. It was crazy. Never get that lucky. We were one of the first. Yeah, people were scalping the shit out of those things. Like, everybody and their mom was buying them just to resell them again. And there's a special place in hell for Peter Molyneux, or whatever his name is. I don't know that one. Did you see the prices for the Steam machine? No, I didn't. Indigo. Do I wanna? If the prices are ridiculous, it probably means the frame is gonna be ridiculous as well. Man, make me sad. $1,000 without a controller. No. I mean, $1,000 for a good PC is not unreasonable, right? I puke in my mouth a little bit when I think about the amount I paid for my desktop. It was more. It was more. I did spend all of the money that I made in a whole year. Well, I spent all of the money I made in 9 months of a whole year buying myself my PC. And I did recuperate some of the money. And a lot of that money was spent just kind of like upgrading or getting the necessities of our home. Not even that much. But yeah, it do be like that. I sold my PS5. You no longer play. There's very little exclusive to warrant keeping it for me. I don't enjoy the UI and the online aspect seemed lacking. Even with the mic built into the controller, people still didn't chat in game. Yeah, I think it's like the matter of like feeling awkward. Everybody is scared of being lame. I like games that don't really end. For sure, I played Lord of the Rings and I made it pretty far. Ooh, suddenly made me remember. I also played, I'm forgetting its name, also a Lord of the Rings game where you're like the shadow. You can go like shadow. One of your friends might know the game, but I can't remember what it was called. You can like mind control the trolls or the orcs, right? You can sire them to you. You can make them kill each other. Pretty cool game as well. And all of those AI models will get more and more efficient as we go forward too, and each query will be less expensive as all of the software and models improve. Indeed, one can hope. I believe it's gonna happen. It's already happening. That's the cool thing, right? And like the AI researchers, especially the Chinese AI researchers, are just like publishing these papers, making it available to everyone, right? So you have to literally, you're like literally leaving money on the table if you don't use these free things that they're giving. Buffalo, the reason nobody on the PlayStation Network talks in game is because they all got busted for use. Freaking people. What's up with Fable? Never played it. Fable is like a RPG, right? Role-playing game. You just basically do your own thing. Wake me up when we have holodecks like in Star Trek, please. If anyone on PS5 is into tactical shooters, I'm looking for people to squad up with for Hell Let Loose Vietnam, coming out in August. Oh yeah, and Call of Duty and Madden 07 to 10, going back through my memory log, all of the games we've played. Call of Duty lobbies. Teddy just took Call of Duty off his hard drive and immediately filled all that space with Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter. Fucking thing is a memory hog. Monster Hunter is sick. Christian is playing Monster Hunter right now. I would like to play that one too. Oh, it's also for 550 gigabytes. That's too much. That's a new one for me. Still play the old ones. Yeah, especially if the like RAM and SSDs are similar technology in theory. So both of them are very expensive. Like even the SSDs are ridiculously expensive. Shadow of Mordor, thank you. Safety first. You know, Shadow of Mordor is also one that I finished. God is obnoxious, totally unoptimized. I only keep it cause I have to finish the zombies map. It'll hurt me if I don't. Then Fable is an Xbox original / PC game, RPG that is like an old storybook. Has a karma scale like in, I don't know that one, KOTOR, that affects the story and your appearance. It's up there with Halo and Doom. It's a good one, yeah. Fable was a genre definer. I love all of the Fable love. I hate the garage maps they release now. Can we talk about relationships? I'd be happy to, Mr. Wonderful. What do you want to say about relationships? Today's stream is day 2000. I've been doing these live streams for officially 2000 days. And we've built relationships in this space, right? You're one of the newer friends in this space. What would you like to say about relationships, friend? Not to mention, they prey on all the microtransactions. Fuck that, dude, the microtransactions. Also, if you ever enjoyed Monty Python or RuneScape, it's in line with the old quirky British humor. That was very strange to me. Like seeing Monty Python and RuneScape put next to each other like that felt synchronous or trippy even. Indigo Venture Capital ruins all. Yo, RuneScape, you know, Buff, they have the OSRS service running. Don't play RuneScape, right? That's one way to ruin your life. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. I'm making jokes. Don't play RuneScape. Don't do it. So true. I can't wait to see what they do with Fable 4. It's Fable 4, right? Yeah. I don't know if you've seen Indigo. Go and like watch the newest Fable tech demo. There's already one out. It's like a half an hour. It looks incredible. It looks so much fun. It's beautiful as well. RuneScape? More like RuneScape. I made fun of the British a lot, but I really respect their bardic tradition, Buffalo. Constantly good storytelling, you know. First of all, congrats on the longevity. Thank you, Mr. Wonderful. It really has been a long time coming. And I appreciate the relationships that I've built because of it. All right. This space is an extension of the relationship that we have with commitment, with showing up, with being willing to grow, right? To manifest a better lives for ourselves, kind of thing. And I've seen it happen. And it really is a pleasure getting to do it with people, because that's almost like one of the ways that I started the stream, is that you friends got to see the way that I have changed from your perspective, right? But I only have limited perspective on the ways that you friends have changed. And that's been the thing that I've been excited to talk about today. All beef franks people. Aren't beef franks or franks a type of sausage? It's time for us to pull a card. Not because I'm gonna end this stream, but because I'm gonna start another one. I'm really caffeinated right now. I can like feel myself like, hello, Daniel. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Hi, hello, Daniel. Hey, Daniel, what you doing, Dan? Tell me. Old beef franks. Oh yeah, they have been for a while. I quit before the grand exchange ruined part of the game for me. I feel like now there's contents being shared that I do not understand. Yeah, but that's fine. I'm not the only one, I'm sure. All of us are here together. Good. You? Great, Daniel. And you know, I do say this sometimes coyly, but I do mean it as well. it's even better with you here with us. So the first time that you're here, Daniel, I think it might be, right? I don't think I've seen your surname here before. No, you've been here before. You said you got a good home, sir, right? Like 30 days ago or something. Yeah. You're in the home with us. There's my hat hanging out. Thank you for joining us. You go to scroll up to my glizzy comment, Melt. You missed the context. Let me see if I switch to all messages. Maybe I couldn't see it. I saw the RuneScape servers. There we go. I didn't see that one. MeltMore is my streamer, and Hebrew National is my glizzy. Am I right? Whole beef price. Yes, the context made it make sense. Now I understand. My bad. I'm in the space where I had such a bad relationship. I'm scared to be vulnerable with anyone ever again. Casual nights are so fun. And I make sure the girls feel comfortable in the morning. And make sure they don't feel awkward. I make breakfast and all, but I feel like I'm not allowing myself to have deep relationships anymore. And I just make do with the superficial stuff. Sure. Any advice? Mr. Wonderful. That is definitely a big conversation on relationships. I'm happy that you're trying to do the best that you can, as you said, to make the people that you do invite into your life comfortable. All right? And it might be, as you said, easier to make do with the superficial stuff. Because the superficial stuff is not something that you have to really pay much mind to, right? It's like very easy to be like, yeah, we kiss one another or whatever, we share a bed or whatever, we cook food or whatever, right? But as soon as emotions come into the fray, that's where complexity starts to arise. I'd like to say that I'm sorry, that you got hurt. I can't imagine all of the ways in which we can get hurt, but I can't know necessarily the ways in which you got hurt. Do I have advice for you? I can't say that I do. Not any advice that I know for a fact will help you, right? I think you already are trying to do the best that you can in the circumstances. There is a certain, and I think that's where the advice falls apart. Because the advice that I would give is to not one-night stand yourself, right? To just have casual nights of fun, all right? But that's my personal bias. I personally have not found that pattern to be indicative of becoming more emotionally available, right? Because you're almost like teaching your biology how to not be. But that again is my own personal bias, right? I don't know what I'm talking about. I was never the one-night stand kind of person because I'm very autistic. And it takes a lot for me to even be comfortable enough being touched. Never mind being comfortable enough to get into bed with someone. So, like on that note, I think that my advice might also fall short a little bit. Something, loving yourself, Mr. Wonderful, right? That's, I think, the best advice that I can give, is for you to develop a certain way of being that you value, right? Outside of the romantic attachment as well. To show up with the things that you enjoy doing, and then to potentially find yourself a friend, right, that also enjoys the same things that you do, right? Maybe show up for relationships first and foremost with the intent of forming some sort of friendship, and then seeing where things lead after that. I might need more context to understand where it is you're going through or what it is you're going through. It's talking about hot dogs, just hot dogs. Melt, there used to be a Wild West bartering system where the value of things was totally just made up. They implemented a game, wide market, that standardized pricing like an auction house. That is pretty cool. I feel that wonderful. Also, just got out of a bad relationship. It's difficult. You used to log into specific servers and go to specific locations depending on the server, and the whole population would then be peer-to-peer. Just like an old New York Stock Exchange, fortunes were made, lost, and scammed, as you do. The need for companionship clashes with the need for emotional safety, and it creates a dissonance. I feel you, brother. You're not alone. Congrats again on 2000 Melty. I gotta run. Hoping to get back in time for the end of the dancing. I'll be here, Dan. Thank you for joining us, friend. Sending you blessings. Juan, Sam says, as somebody who's been married for a minute, my advice would be to become comfortable with yourself so that you can be comfortable sharing that self with others. I agree. Mel should make a t-shirt. I'm not spiritually enlightened. I'm autistic. Yes. I would rock that shirt. I would rock that shirt hard. I would love that. I had someone recently say to me, right, they said something and they go, yeah, you say it, but like in your spiritually enlightened way. And I go, I don't know about all that. I like yours better, Lone Buffalo. That's hilarious. That's great advice. Love is red. Yeah. Rose, I just scrolled up. You put some respect on my name. Buffalo. Dan's screen name in Discord is Poopsie, making you two collectively Buffalo Poop. Yes. Makes perfect sense. One lone Buffalo Poop somewhere in the forest. I have shuffled this deck adequately. One of you friends tell me to stop. Tell me to stop. Tell me. Tell me and I'll stop. You. Rose, wake up. Rose, wake up and show us violence. You haven't seen violence yet, though. Sam has just been swinging her baby hammer, right? She has like little baby hammer to stop. There you go, safety first. Hammer, and she got big hammer. Earth prayers. We pulled this one kind of recently, but I think it's perfect. Hey, thanks, bro. That makes sense. It feels so impossible to be so vulnerable to strangers. I'm glad for you guys. I know I'm not the only guy who hesitates to put themselves out there. How do you do it? Confidence, Mr. Wonderful. This is the way that I have kind of attached or approached this project. Right? I'll show you. Stop, Lone Buffalo. Oh, stop. Oh, my poor mind. Oh, I'm a picture person. It's confidence, Mr. Wonderful. Right? And maybe that's easier said than done. But I think what Sam said applies here as well. Right? Is get to know yourself. But not only from I know who I am and what I want, but from a perspective of leaning into that place of confidence. Right? The way that I try to see it is that the stakes are only so high, right? What's the worst that can happen if you put yourself out there, kind of thing, right? Maybe someone laughs at you. Maybe someone makes fun of you, right? Maybe you lose some sort of social standing in the immediate circumstances, right? Like that's the literal worst that can happen. And a confidence in self basically allows you to have that happen without losing anything, right? Nothing is taken from you in a moment like that. That experience arises, but a self-confidence is the thing that will carry you through to the other side of that experience. So what that looks like practically is that you show up, right? And like do the effort, right? Dress yourself, take a shower before you go out if that's what you need to do as well. I'd recommend it, right? Give yourself all of the things that will make you feel like you stand a good chance, right? To be able to put your best foot forward, kind of thing. And then show up without any expectation of the world, right? And a certain certainty in yourself. Like, hey, I am a good person. I am a kind person. I am capable of making someone else laugh. I am capable of making someone smile. I'm capable of making someone feel heard and seen, right? Know that about yourself because you do. You do have all of that capacity in you. And then show up to give that gift right? Literally. You're not trying to get something from someone, right? Sex or a relationship or approval. You're not looking for that. You're looking to give the gift that is your character, your presence, your love to the world, right? And then when you have that self-confidence in knowing that you have a gift to give, the gift of yourself to give, then it becomes easy, right? Because now you're no longer, the stakes aren't whether or not you were received, the stakes are whether or not you are there to give, right? And in that way, we talked about that earlier in this space, the only way to fail is for you to give up. To be like, oh, well, I guess nobody wants to receive me, so I might as well just hide myself away in a room and never try again. That's not the divine way. The divine way is to keep giving the gift of yourself, right? Until you find someone who is willing to receive. When I start really cooking, you will know it. You're already cooked, fam. I heard studies say that it takes 40 hours of contact to develop a friendship. I think it takes a while to not be a stranger. Indeed, safety first, then teamwork. And in that way, it's easier to have a romantic connection, right? Because, oh, you're sexy, oh, you find me sexy, let's do something about it, right? That can happen instantly. The chemistry can be there, right? But actually forming a real friendship will take way longer. And not everybody has that patience. Sometimes the only thing you want is just the emotionally heightened or even like physical, satisfaction of having an experience, when what you actually want is more tangible than that, right? More overarching, more personal, right? Than just this fleshy part of yourself can give. And you need to give yourself the grace and time to actually get there. You stop allowing yourself to give a fuck about the opinions of assholes you're not in charge of keeping clean, Juan. Yes, it absolutely is that simple. You can change your life by not giving a fuck. My best relationships started with friendships, and I regret none of them. There it is, safety first. I'm happy that you're echoing that same sentiment, right? Give the gift of yourself, and if you give that gift authentically, the people that want to be your friend will find you. Took me a few decades to learn that. Prairie Wolf. So much love in this chat. I'm still learning that, to be honest. There are areas of my life that I don't show up to fully yet, and I'm feeling the imbalance that inaction is creating. Sam friend, I look forward to hearing about your continued growth in this way too. Hi Sam, Melty Bro, Prairie. Hey, Hoopty Hoops. Welcome to day 2000. Grace be upon you too. I learned my deepest life philosophies from Caesar Milan. I don't know that actually. The dog dude? Indeed. Oh, the like dog whisperer dude? Season 10, episode 7 of South Park. That one I'm missing. Is that Kid Dolphin? Hey dude, we're just about pulling cards here. I'm gonna do a dance stream. I am so freaking caffeinated. Oh my goodness. Can you friends notice that I'm starting to read chat faster? Stewardship. Stewardship and sustainability. Stewardship and sustainability. What a card to pull. We got some Vesica Pisces energy up in there. Earth prayers. Love is a red rose. I think you were right. I just gotta be vicious. Just gotta be vicious about your own worth. Easier said than done, I guess. I don't think you need to be vicious about your own worth. I think you need to be convinced, Mr. Wonderful, convinced of your own worth, right? To maybe even like write down, not vicious. I like how Lone Buffalo said the same thing. Write down all of the ways in which you are worth, right? All of the ways, maybe like even write little anecdotes of like the way that you've made people smile, the things that you've made people feel, the kindness that you have shown, right? Maybe even without knowing it, right? Like those moments where someone is touched by the way that you showed up in their lives, right? Like it's not a viciousness, It's a soft certainty of like, I can be a good person, right? And I know that that is what I'm capable of, right? Some people make it easier for that part of us to come out. That's true. But ultimately, that is a part of you. There is no separating, right? Yourself from love, that is. You are the quintessential center point through which everything is going to be experienced. The as above, so below. Not vicious, calm indifference, while still being a warm person. Okay. Maybe I was too zealous. It's probably a reaction to being too passive. I feel you, Mr. Wonderful. It's easy to overcorrect. Absolutely. And for what it's worth, we're going to continue showing up here, Mr. Wonderful, right? We've been talking about what the next 1,000 days will look like for us. This is day 2,000. On day 1,000 we danced, and we're gonna dance again today. I look forward to it very soon. The stream is cool. There's good people here. You're one of the good people. Safety first, then teamwork. I think you're new here, right? This is like the third time or the second time I'm seeing you in chat. Your presence is appreciated. You're one of the good people. I do appreciate your insight, bro. Thank you for sharing yours with us too. I believe in you, Mr. Wonderful. Again, I was gonna say that part a little bit earlier. In the next 1,000 days, all right, what do you envision? What do you want to manifest for yourself in the next 1,000 days? What does your life look like 1,000 days from now? What kind of way are you showing up as, right? What confidence do you have in yourself and in the way that you can influence people? I'm not saying that it's always easy to influence people positively, right? Because sometimes we're in a bad space, right? We feel unappreciated or limited in our ability to express. And then we fall short sometimes as well. But to not let ourselves be shaped by those instances alone, right? Give yourself the grace to grow and know that it will take some time, right? As one of our friends said, take 40 hours. It takes 40 hours to form a friend, right? So from that perspective, give yourself like a countdown. Be like, yeah, this is gonna take some time, but I'm here to grow. Mr. Juan, mods here are on the ball. Did I see you on tactical streams? You're asking our friend. Glad to have you here, safety. So much love in chat. If you've been in love, you've probably been hurt. It's part of life. Nancy is so right. Yeah. Joe likes to believe that you cannot have love, or that love, the consequence, there we go, of love is grief, right? That if you love something, you might end up grieving, right? It's like can't necessarily have one without the other. And it doesn't mean that we should stop loving completely. It just means that we should have that as a perspective. We should have that balance in our showing up for it. You got it done. We're not done just yet, hoopty hoops. We're gonna pull a card, you're gonna read this little reading, and then we're going to dance, celebrate. The person you're anxious about cleaning up after before you have company over, Juan. That's the person you're keeping from your partners. Yo, dude, I'm the fluffy Avenger. Look at us. I'm apparently Chris Pratt. I'm Star-Lord. Steady your own feet first, then reach out to help a friend up. Don't want to topple over. Indeed. Thank you, friends, for joining me. Thank you for helping each other up, for being supportive. I believe as this space continues to grow, we're going to form like this net, right? That makes it harder and harder for people to fall through. Please secure your own oxygen mask, then your child's. Oh yeah, Lone Buffalo knows. Earth prayers, right? Today's card. Look. Hands, all of us holding out hands in prayers for our earth, even energetic hands. Look at the blue ones. Vesica Pisces, like a birth canal for our planet. Isn't that something? Is that too much? Having like a little eye. I was here yesterday, then like 2 weeks ago, maybe. I don't know, something like that. The space seems nice though. We show up. We show up safety first. We try and be as mindful as we can be. And it's people like you that make this space what it is. Love, I'm searching for my person, you know. But I wonder if I'm accidentally boxing them out. Mr. Wonderful, one of the most beautiful kind of like quips that I've heard to that question, like, where is my person? The best thing you can be is be that person, right? Don't wait for someone to be the best person to be in a relationship with. You should be the best person to be in a relationship with, right? Be the person that that other person is looking for. Don't look for that other person, all right? My favorite thing to think about when it comes to this topic of finding a partner is that if you live the life that you're meant to be living, right? If you show up with the intention of, right, following your divine purpose, showing up for the things that you love, showing up for the people that you care about, if you follow that life path, you will meet the person you're meant to be with, right? It's like if you walk the right path and the other person is walking their right path, at some point you get to meet each other. But the only way for you to meet each other is to continue on the right path, all right? You can't be stepping on the wrong path and imagine yourself to meet the right person on it. Be the person you need when you were younger. That's a great one. Rick and Morty taught us that love is as abundant as water. You don't just have one person. You have multiple persons. I believe this too. This is true. There are many people out there for you. Now it's just up to you to be the right person for them. Stewardship and sustainability. What a card. Embedded in this card is complex geometry that begins as the flower of life, but then transforms into a tetrahedral pattern, forming a protective divine matrix around the planet. From the birth portal at the center of the Vesica Pisces, our home, Mother Earth, shines in beauty and grace. Multicolored hands surround and reside within these patterns, symbolizing participation of all beings in stewardship and sustainability. Stewardship denotes understanding that there is spirit in everything and that everything is connected. It implies an awareness that each of our actions, whether it is growing a vegetable or cutting a tree or using natural resources, affects the whole. Even our thoughts have this power. Even our thoughts have this power. Being stewards of the earth doesn't mean living without abundance or placing judgment on the actions of others or even ourselves. It does mean living with a sense of connectedness and relationship with all beings and respect for the earth. Several indigenous tribes believe we must consider the effect of all our actions and demonstrate stewardship to the 7th generation. How might your daily actions and decisions be affected as you consider their effects 7 generations into the future? As you consider this question and feel the tenderness of this time in Earth's story, realize also the power of your prayers and your intentions. See and feel the earth as abundant and self-sustaining. See and feel humans treading lightly upon her land and making decisions that will defend rather than wound the earth. How can you more fully live with an attitude of stewardship. What a card for day 2000. That feels very apt. I see all of you friends as stewards of the earth and stewards of this space as well. Ain't that the truth, Rose? You're right. What are you doing on the 4th? Come with me to a party just south of you. Mr. Wonderful, reach out on Discord. Send me a direct message. Let me know, maybe like with the link to the place, if there's any attendance or, what's the word, tickets, what they call it? Entrance fees, thank you. And in case you didn't get it the first time, the corollary rule of 34 is that no matter what you look like, there is somebody touching themselves inappropriately to someone who looks like you. Please don't tell me this. I wanna believe that nobody is doing that. No, please stop. Stop, no, please. My life crashed. I'm working with amber today, which is a fossilized tree. I like amber. That's pretty cool. I didn't make the rules, I just interpret them. Sam, lol. I just realized that. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me. It really was such a pleasure. We ended up doing a 2-hour live stream, and now I'm going to be dancing in celebration of it. Yes, day 2000, success furries. Bah! Feel really good having shown up with you, friends, having celebrated with you, and I look forward to the next 1000 days with you. It's going to be good. It's going to be mindful. It's going to be consciously evolving. We're going to strengthen our relationships. We're going to grow more focused in our intentions. We're going to create for ourselves the future we want, not just let ourselves be taken by whatever future comes, right? The future will come, right? And sometimes we'll have to adjust, but we'll choose with mindfulness and intention. 2000 days in a row. That's crazy, man. Yup. Safety first. You can check it out. Click on my channel. All of them are there, bro. Every single one of those days. Days after days after days of showing up in this space. Congrats. I'm sure that isn't easy, Goldman Sachs. It wasn't. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's one of the most worth it things I've ever... I'm looking for the English words. Aangepak in Afrikaans. It's like taking on. It's one of the most worth it things that I've taken on ever. Love, that is crazy to say. I'm with Melt. I don't want to think about that, or I'll be too into myself. You're beautiful, Mr. Wonderful, because you are. Right? The simple fact of your existence means that you are beautiful. It's just a matter of perspective that you need to maintain at this point. What do you do if you're really sick, Melt? Oh, Prairie Wolf, my friend. If you're dealing with being very sick right now in this moment, get rest. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Depends on what kind of sick you are as well, right? Some of it is like respiratory. You're not supposed to move your body when you're in a respiratory sickness. Something that I would recommend is maybe, if you have access to it, finding yourself under a tree, right? Spend some time with trees when you're in a sick space, right? There is something called forest bathing. Trees output something that's called volatile organic compounds, right? Imagine liquids going from a liquid state straight to a gaseous state. And then as it does that, it basically flicks out at high speed these micromolecules. And those micromolecules are proven to be antiseptic and antibacterial, and it kills viral bodies, right? Like the viral body load is way lower amongst trees than they would be, for example, in a city, which makes sense, right? That could be helpful as well. I hope you get better soon, dear friend. If you are feeling sick right now, continue showing up. I would like to believe that the technology that we're developing right now will touch us on the health part first, right? That if it's not going to be a new compound, a Yamanaka factor, a peptide, type of gene editing tool, there's going to be something that'll make you healthy again too. I think he means, what do you do about streaming every day? If you're really sick, I show up anyway. I've shown up sick. Like, I've shown up really sick, just like, still show up. Show up especially. I haven't been sick much. I think the last time I was like really sick was more than 1,000 days ago, I think. What about you, dude? Do you stream sickly? Yeah, sometimes. Whoosh. Good advice, though. Love is true. I will continue to show up, even if sick. This is what I am committed to. Not because I know that it's going to be perfect, but because I know it's what I want to do. It's a real problem. I don't say it to be funny. No one's barrier to happiness. And love is their appearance, and hearing it that way makes it unarguable. The best ability is availability. I'm sick. Sick in the head. Aren't we all? Just a little bit. We live in the modern society, after all. I appreciate you, friends, for showing up with me. Thank you. Seriously. And to the next 1,000 days of showing up together, I'm going to start up another stream, and then we're going to be dancing. Me and Joe watched the Spatula Madness video yesterday, Sam. String theory, am I right? Am I right? Strings. Vibrating. Our reality, or whatever. I appreciate you, friends, for joining me. I'll see you again soon for the dance stream. If you were, you'd be in another life. Love is true. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you, friends, again soon, okay? Show up with me. Let's dance about it. Goodbye, everybody. Love to ya. No, the dog is mad. The love is true. The dog, everybody. Cheers.